This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're here in Oslo at the North Shipping 2025, and we're very pleased to be joined by Anders Lindmark of Alfa Laval to talk about something near and dear to the maritime industry, which is energy and fuel transition.
Yeah, as I said, my name is Anders Lindmark, and I'm head of one of the 4 business units within the marine division of Alfa Laval. I'm actually responsible for all boiler acquisition that Alfa Laval made back in 2011. And we call ourselves heat and gas systems today, and our area of responsibility within Alfa Laval is on the exhaust side of the engine.
Okay, excellent. So, as I referenced in the outset, and we've had many discussions in the past, the fuel transition in maritime is real, it's happening. I can't put a timestamp on it, nor can anyone really. When we look at this whole energy transition discussion, where does Alfa Laval fit in?
And I think I agree with you when it comes to the regulatory landscape. I mean, previous regulatory requirements like a ballast water treatment system to install it's been quite clear what to do. And I think now we have this complexity from the regulatory landscape coming. Which fuel should I use? Which upgrade should I make on my vessel to make sure that I'm compliant with the CII regulation, etc. And I think we see that from our customer side. We have a number of questions related to flexibility, related to fuel, and I mean, what choice to make today and how is that future-proof for the coming 30 years? Our approach from Alfa Laval, of course, we start in general from our core technologies. And based on those core technologies, the areas that we are a leading supplier today, we're building based on that. We're adapting that technology in a way so that it can fit the new fuels. I mean, we go from the LNG, we go to methanol, we are in ammonia, we can handle the LPG, we handle the biofuels, etc. And I think our approach and our understanding as well is that we don't know what fuel will be available throughout that lifetime of the vessel. And that's why we build in flexibility in our system so that you can install an equipment today, like a boiler system, and then we build it in a way so that it's flexible for future upgrades. So if the ship owner wants to change the fuel of choice throughout the lifetime of the vessel, we have already thought about that, and we are then able to make it upgradable for future changes of fuel choices.
Okay, well, I believe you're referencing the boiler here, which is one of the stars of your show here in Oslo.
I think our boiler technology comes from the old boiler history, and the base comes from that. We start with the oil. Some 10 years ago, we went into the dual fuel gas space. 2 years ago, we launched our methanol solution, dual fuel solution. Today in Oslo, we talk about that we're doing the first ammonia waste incineration in our systems. And I think that's really part of the flexibility, because you can have the same boiler body and then you can upgrade the system for burners so that you can then change the fuel of choice if you want then throughout the lifetime. One really cool feature that we're also launching here at North Shipping this year is that we're having an electrical element as an option. Meaning that, I mean, we see regulations today coming in US, Europe, China, IMO related to shore power, related to the environment in the ports. And we see more and more ports enabling shore powers as well. So what we have done is we have an option for our customers, the ship owner, to have a boiler that is ready for shore power. So you don't need to incinerate any fuel when you're in shore. You can generate the steam using the shore power that is enabled by port to meet those regulatory demands. Today you can choose to install the electrical element at the new building side, or we deliver a boiler that is ready for a later retrofit. And I think it's a good example of how we're thinking. I mean, trying to anticipate the future challenges coming to our customers from the regulatory requirements that are in the industry. So preparing ourselves for a flexible future, I think that's our approach in general for the boilers and other parts of the Alfa Laval portfolio.
Everyone likes coming to the events. They like seeing the new technology. They like seeing the models. They like more seeing it on ships at sea to see how it's doing.
If we stick with the boiler example that we made, I think the ammonia pathway we're now taking. I mean, we're doing that in cooperation with Trafigura and UNEMIPO, really, because it's also part of that we as an industry need to learn. And I think from that, I mean, the partnership aspect, we have a test and training center as one of our assets, an engine room on land, so we can we can use that because of course we have questions around ammonia safety and how to operate that. So we can actually install it up front, make sure that we, so to say, our engineering fits before we install it then on board. So I think that's one of the things that we're also proud of in Alfa Laval, that we have that capability in the company.